Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the video. Today I'm in the Ghost Valley. As you can see behind me, I am perched up overlooking the gorgeous view of the Ghost Valley itself. Behind me I'm going to be setting up my camp for this 2-night trip. Hopefully I don't get my butt kicked too hard. Tonight is supposed to be a little milder, only -12, but tomorrow night is going to be about -32. That's the coldest temperature I've been in a long time, so it should be pretty interesting. This trip, I've brought my hot tent back out. I'm really excited to get this shelter back out here. You guys really seemed to enjoy it when I brought it out here last time, so I figured I would do it again. Before I go any further, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. It really helps the channel out a lot. All right, so I have to get the tent set up, get the stove built, and then get all my gear laid out. I've got a fair bit of work ahead of me. It is currently 10:30 in the morning and I have light until about 5, so I have a few hours to get cracking. So I'm gonna get at it. Well, looks like everything's all set up now. Tents up, stove's built. Now all I gotta do is get the sleeping quarters ready and fire up the stove so that way I can get some heat pumping. So I've got quite a few ground sheets that I'm gonna be laying down over top of all the snow so that way I don't get soaked when it all starts melting. I've got quite a few, so in case there is quite a bit of melt, I will have quite a few layers of protection, which is quite nice considering how much snow there actually is. I'm surprised at the amount. So I'm gonna get this basically waterproofed in other than where the stove's gonna be, then I'll get the fire rolling. Well, it's definitely warming up in here. This thing pumps some serious heat, especially right now. Right now it's only like -4°C, so it's not actually that bad at all. It's fairly mild. But right now it's just pumping off some serious heat, which is actually kind of good because I got some snow to melt, kind of got to dry the area out a little bit. So it'll be good to have this thing pumping good and hot, heating everything up in here. All right, I'm gonna get to laying out the rest of my kit. That's gonna be comfy. If you're wondering why I have so many blankets, it's because this sleeping bag is 12 years old. When it was new, it was rated to -20°C. And now that it's 12 years old, it's pretty beat up. And so if I don't add these extra layers, especially when I'm dipping down into the -30s, I'm not gonna do so well. So I needed to add the extra layers so I can retain the extra heat. And that way I'm comfortable at night, relatively. I will have this going all night, but I just want to make sure that I am well prepared for the bitter cold night that I have coming up. All right, I'm gonna start getting the rest of camp set up because I have a lot of work to get done and not a lot of light left. So yeah, I really got to get at it. All right, now that I have the fire pit all built up and the back wall all secured into place so that way I have a little bit of heat retention, I gotta get the fire going because I'm getting hungry and I want to cook up some dinner. All right, so here's camp so far. It's looking pretty good and I'm pretty excited. The weather's just starting to drop and everything is just about finished, so I'm a happy guy. Here's the fire pit. Everything's going strong. Got the wood pile. Oh yeah, tent's up. It's nice and warm in there. All the gear. Nothing but views for days. Time to get cooking. Oh yeah. Oh, that smells so good. Oh. Oh, wow. That is good. Mmm. Oh man, that's awesome. That is so good. Wow. Mmm. The peppers, the onions, the beef, everything just works so well together. Oh, this is awesome. Really happy to get this into my system. Something nice and warm in my belly to keep me going, because it is starting to dip off pretty quick. Forecast on my GPS says it's supposed to be getting around minus 17 Celsius to minus 19 Celsius. But I have my thermometer to make sure that we actually know what the temperature is. I'm gonna need to layer up a bit in a couple hours because it is definitely gonna be dipping off hard. So I'm gonna want those extra layers to keep me warm. Even though the fire is right here, I am absolutely gonna be wanting the extra insulation. All right, I'm gonna enjoy my food and we'll see you guys when the sun goes down. It's finally dark out. It's not like it took a long time. I think there was only like 7 hours of light today. I only brought a small amount of firewood out with me, so tomorrow I have to get out and strap into the snowshoes, get the gear sled out and go find some firewood. I have a very limited supply. It'll probably get me through the night, but tomorrow it's gonna start getting pretty thin, so we're gonna be using that gear sled to haul some wood back here. I've got my chainsaw, which is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to buck up some stuff. I'm really excited for tomorrow. In the morning when I wake up, it's supposed to be between minus 20 and minus 23 degrees Celsius. So that'll be an interesting go. It's going to be a lot colder than right now. Right now it's only minus 5 degrees Celsius, so it's not too bad. I'm excited to have that thing out here though, because we can actually know the temperature that it is outside compared to the temperature that it is in the hot tent, which is something that I've really wanted to do. I forgot to bring out the thermometer last time I was in the hot tent, and I wanted to get a actual reading of how warm it is in there when I have that stove going full tilt. Well, I am not getting up to anything interesting other than just hanging out. So I will catch up with you guys when I decide to get back into the tent. So it's currently minus 7 degrees Celsius. Well, I am all settled in. The stove is pumping nice and hot right now, which is really nice because it is getting chilly out. Well, I'm gonna get changed and then start winding down. It's been quite a long day and I am definitely ready to head to bed. And I'm really hoping that this thing really kicks ass tonight for me. I'm situated a little closer to it this time, so I'll be able to feed it a bit easier. Lessons were learned last time I was out. So I just checked out the thermometer and it is a balmy 10 degrees in here, which is beautiful compared to outside. Outside being -7, that's a 17-degree difference. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty crazy. This thing is pumping out some serious heat. I am super happy with it. It's performing better than it did last trip. I don't know how that's possible, but it is just cranking out heat. It is unbelievable. Oh man. Well, that's it for me tonight. I am crashing out. I am exhausted. I'm very excited to get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning. Good night.